Yes, good evening, students. So, welcome to the second session of marketing management. And we'll continue the class with the topic of the types of market and its characteristics. Let's wait for everyone to join first, and then we'll start the session. So, Shabana, good evening. Sushmita, good evening. I hope some are clearly audible.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you so much. So, let's wait for everyone to join. I think we'll wait till 5, okay? And then we'll start. So I think let me share my screen with you and we'll continue with the same topic. Okay. I hope so my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. So I think 3 students have joined, Chandan, Shabana and Sushmita. Okay. Fine. So I think we've discussed one question in the last, one topic in the last class. That's introduction part of marketing. We are done with definition. We have completed this model. What is marketed, I think, and who markets, I think, and this exercise. I hope this is the last part I think we have covered up in the class about this exercise, and the one case study I see we have also discussed. Clear, I think, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Poonam. I think, Ms. Poonam, you seem to be very irregular now, I think, in my class. Might be because I don't know.
So for last 2 days I didn't attend the class, sir, because
Yes,
I was out of station.
yes, because I was just thinking about it because you are very regular since my first lecture.
Yes, sir. But I will from today I will regular.
Definitely. Thank you so much. We are waiting for 2 more minutes now, I think, and then we'll start. Key customer markets. Okay. Yes, students. So now I think we should start the class. And the next topic we have, that is about key customer markets. Okay. Now, when we discuss about the key customer market, customer means ultimately target audience we are talking right now. Now, as you know that each and every company and each and every industry having their own potential customers, and according to the customers only, the company may choose their marketing techniques. Okay, which marketing techniques? Maybe you could say print media, e-media, social media, or you could say any other direct channel as well, through which the companies or the industries can actually contact to their potential customers. Now, as per the major bifurcation of any key customer market, we are discussing about this market. The first one is called global market. And always remember one more thing. When we discuss about the key customer market, according to that, the strategies of the company may also varies. Okay. So basically there are four major market segments which we have bifurcated. The first is called your global market. Now take a very basic example about how the IBM, Intel, Dell, HP, Coke, iPhones, or you could say Apple, how these companies are basically providing uniform product throughout the world in order to cover a simple, or you could say a strategic formulation through which they can provide the uniform product throughout the world, and their marketing strategy is also working accordingly. Okay, because when we discuss about the global market, I mean the company basically focusing on a particular globe as a complete market, and according to the globe only, they are actually providing their services uniformly throughout the world. I think examples are also clear about the global market. Any other example? I think
The Tata Group,
any product or product which is globally available uniformly.
Tata Steel.
Yes, Tata Steel definitely we can cover up, but Tata vehicle segment definitely it varies from country to country. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you so much. Any other example, please, about global markets? KFC, McD, Pizza Hut.
So medicine segment.
Miss Poonam, yes.
Yes, segment.
Like example.
Pfizer. I don't know the name of the medicines, but they are globally available.
Okay, might be we can say that the pharmaceutical companies like Pfizer, if we talk about, the Pfizer is a company
Yes, sir.
basically globally available and providing the uniform product throughout the world. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So I think global market is clear to everyone. Okay, when the company's strategy is just to provide uniform product throughout the world, and their strategy varies accordingly. Next one is consumer market. It's very simple. All the consumer durable goods, when it comes to vehicles, when it comes to grocery, when it comes to cosmetic products, when we talk about vehicle segment, definitely. What else we can cover up in the consumer market? Electronic mobile phones. This each and every, you could say, category of product belong to consumer market. And according to the product or according to the company, the strategy of the company may also vary when it's come to consumer markets. Is it clear, everyone? I think what is consumer market? An example.
Yes, sir.
Anji.
Yes, sir.
Next one, that is called business market. Like business market, when we're talking right now, which type of market we're talking right now? Like Tata Steel, I think example you told me. Okay, the dealing or export import of Tata Steel throughout the world. Okay, or manufacturing plant of Tata Steel in the different, you could say, territories. So that may come under business market, where the dealing between the companies are basically B2B or G2B, we can say, government to business or business to business. But in the case of consumer market, it is mostly towards from company to customer, or you could say business to customer. It is called B2C marketing. Okay, so when it comes to business market, it is all about all those industrial products or all those companies, those who are directly serving their product into, you could say, market, dealing with business to business, or they might be providing, you could say, some raw material, some semi-finished goods to other industries so that they can proceed further so that it could be available or it could be useful for the, you could say, consumer at last. That is called business market. What about government market?
So wholesale market of commodity.
Any example, I think?
Sir, share market?
Yes, we can say, definitely.
Sir, military equipments.
Definitely, very good. Military equipments, it is a government market.
Yeah.
There's a dealing between government to government, yes.
Yes.
Very good, very good. What else? Because when you got defense sector, like as Anu said about that, when we discuss about the credit assistance or financial assistance between two countries, that is like when India is giving assistance to Nepal, China, Bangladesh, whatsoever, there is again the government market. Means which particular government, like one more example I want to tell you. When you talk about the state government summits, like state government also actually invite the foreign investors to the, you could say, into their state, so that they can actually nurture, they can actually discuss about the growth of that particular state only. So government at different level may be contact or may be in the conversation with different countries government, so that there should be a dealing in terms of technology, in terms of resources, in terms of any credit support, in terms of infrastructure. Like recently, if you can see that the metro projects in India, throughout India, if you talk about, there are so many, you could say, cities nowadays who is metro enabled right now, and you could say, or even the work in progress is going on for metros in different cities in India, if you talk about. Okay, so this is again the one of the part, like bullet train, if we are discussing right now. There are so many things which comes under government to government market at different hierarchy as well. Any query to anyone, please?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Thank you so much. Now, there are basically three types of markets. First is called marketplaces. Second is called market spaces. Third is called meta markets. What is marketplace?
So marketplace is where we can go and shop our
Sir, both where the manufacturer and where the sales.
Definitely, definitely. Usually, market places are physical, you could say, setup of any company where the company can demonstrate or company can actually expose their varieties of product which they are serving to the customer, and these things basically will be, you could say, showcase, or you could say expose in the market with the help of a physical attractive location. Like whenever you visit to a mall, you always see that the way the cosmetic changes which is being done into any shop or any mall or any, you could say, retail outlet, you will always find this marketplaces very easily in any city. If we're talking right now, that is very physical location, like retail store. Usually we talk about, you could say, multi-brand store or single retail stores. We talk about all these companies are basically showcasing their product in order to attract the customer towards their varieties of product or product line, if you talk about. Second, called market spaces. Market space basically the online market or online pool where the customer can actually purchase, customer can access the different products, and they, if they are interested in order to purchase that product, definitely they can buy as well with the help of website, application, or any other, you could say, mode. Usually the website and the application, mobile application, are the two basic modes of market spaces.
Sir, please explain again that market space.
Market space is basically the e-space. E-space means, for example, like if you want to access any, if you want to purchase any product from Amazon, from Flipkart, from Myntra, or even the websites if you talk about from Reliance, whatsoever. In those cases, you can easily access all those market spaces. It is called basically web. Okay. with the help of those websites or a mobile application, you can easily purchase this particular product, or you can easily access any services online as well in the market. That is called market spaces.
Okay, sir.
Because it's very common nowadays, because when the pandemic arises, everything goes online. Okay, even the vegetable, if you're purchasing from the market, it's online. Like you could talk about big baskets. Okay, so it's very, very fashionable nowadays when it's come to market spaces. Now, what is meta market? Hanji, any example of meta market? No idea.
I think
No, sir.
organization equipment is, I think engineering equipment where the sales or sites is the meta market.
Okay.
Meta market is where buyers and sellers are in one place for one purpose.
Okay. Any example, I think if you can quote, that would be far better for everyone to understand. It is basically complementary market, we can say. Along with core benefits. Anyone, please? Hanji. No idea. See.
No, sir.
Yeah, sure. No worries.
Can we relate Meta as, the spaces which offers different consumers to different buyers, as well as different sellers, like an Amazon, like a Flipkart and all that. Can we relate that as an example?
Yeah, I think we can, because for example, like the example you're quoting right now about Flipkart, like if I want to access any services or any product, I can actually, because there are a number of sellers available on Flipkart as well. Okay, so they are basically providing the complementary products and services irrespective, because once the Flipkart and Amazon emergence was there, the initiative of this particular two companies was there, the purpose was very different. But now the things, you can see that how these companies basically has emerged and diverse themselves into different parts. I'll give a very basic example, one more example actually. Like when you talk about the wedding plans or wedding planners, okay, what the wedding planners do actually, or even when you talk about how the particular wedding planning could be done nowadays in a professional manner by the, you could say, organization. And these wedding planners basically are not only planning about their events like Mehndi, Haldi, Sangeet, or even the main function, but they are actually also planning about the dresses or the attire, honeymoon packages, even everything is being planned. So you can see that meta market, nothing but basically it is market into market. Means you are only planning about your wedding actually from a wedding planner, but that wedding planner is basically not only selling one product. That wedding planner is basically providing market to market, means actually it is a chaining process. You can see the example as well, this particular diagram as well. You have just contact the wedding planner, but wedding planner actually arrange the honeymoon, the jewelry, dresses, and everyone. So it is called the meta markets, market into market. Very basic example, like same example like Diljit has said about the Flipkart. You talk about, you could say, how the Urban Club was started actually initially, if you remember. Okay, so that Urban Club actually again have diversified their product and services. So when a particular company is basically diversifying its activity and want to engage the customer not only for one product or service but the related product and services as well, that is called meta markets. What I can say, when we are talking right now about the you could say fun park or any other activities, if you're talking right now, so that is again one of the type of meta market where you can access, you could say, certain drives where you can access, you could certain facilities or services for that. Okay, I hope so it is clear. Meta market, market into market.
Yes, sir.
हाँ जी,
Yes, sir.
sure. Any other example if you can quote? I think anyone else? Meta market.
I think the hospitals can be a very good examples nowadays, because once you enter the hospital, it's not just about the disease, and then they further recommend you for further medications to checkups and other parameters to have your medical entire cycle to complete.
Definitely, we can say that. So shall we move? I think the next example, next topic now, if it is clear. Marketplace, market space, and meta markets.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next one is core marketing concepts. Okay. When we discuss about the core marketing concept, the first and foremost thing which we need to understand about the economic concept, I think, which we are discussing in the last class as well, needs, wants, and demands. So can anyone can explain about this need, want, and demand in a very basic example? I think yesterday we discussed about this particular topic as well in economics. Hanji, what is need, what is want, what is demand? An example. Yes, you might have a need of a car.
So the basics of living, the basic of living, like we need food and all this. So this come under needs.
Yes.
And so wants are the desire we we want we want to establish in our life.
Hmm.
And so demands are the
Any very basic example, I think.
Demand is willingness to buy.
Hmm.
demands comes under certain conditions, that
Hmm. Yes.
because demand are related to supplies. That's why.
Demand is basically like willingness, and we talk about ability as well. The purchasing power must have in order to fulfill the demand.
Yes.
Okay, that is very important part, because need, if we talk about, is something basically like, for example, if I want to purchase a car, it is my need. Okay, but car, maybe you could say BMW, maybe a Maruti as well. Okay, car may be a BMW and maybe Maruti as well. But for example, if I'm talking right now, what is my, is it my, because when we come to demand category, demand is basically all associated with the capacity of a particular person, or willingness along with capacity of a particular person to buy that particular product. Okay, so in order to fulfill need or wants, you must have the willingness first of all, and second point is about the purchasing capacity or purchasing power. Okay, need may be so many actually for a particular person, but wants are basically somehow which are always associated with the utility, which may be fulfill the requirement of a particular person. When we come to car, for example, if I want to purchase a car, I can only afford up to the car of rupees 10 lakh. Okay, so needs maybe you could say endless, but wants, in order to fulfill that need or want, you must have the purchasing power to do so. That is called demand actually, and demand is basically associated with willingness and purchasing power. Haji, anyone? Any other example?
Yes, sir. Needs are the basic requirements of human being, like food, shelter, clothing, etc.
Yes.
But wants is satisfier of needs. Right? Am I right?
Yes.
Wants satis.
So basically, when we discuss about the need is like, as rightly suggested by her, that it is the basic, you could say, utility or basic requirement in order to survive in the life. Okay, it may be food, shelter, water, whatsoever. Want is basically something which is unnecessary but desired by a particular person to improve their quality of life or to in order to maintain the standard of living. Which maybe you could say, like, for example, if you purchased a car, maybe you could say a basic car, an upgraded version, or even top model. Okay, in order just to maintain your status, you might purchase the top car. So that is about the want, because you are fulfilling your wants because you have a capacity to purchase that. You have a capacity in order to purchase that particular product.
Yes.
Hanji. So needs are basic requirements, which we discussed already: food, shelter, clothing. Wants we talk about, it is basically satisfy the need of a particular person. Okay, and demands are basically all those wants for a specific product, which may be backed up by willingness and ability to buy a particular product. Because wants, always remember, it is always backed up by money and willingness as well, and wants and demands are associated or related to each other. Clear, I think? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Any other example if you can quote? Hanji. Any other example? I think if some of you have attended my OB lectures, I think at the time we discussed about Maslow's need hierarchy theory. Okay, which is physiological needs, safety needs, belongingness, esteem needs. I hope so. You might have attended that, or you might have actually gone through with the recorded lecture as well. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Social needs, safety needs, and esteem needs.
Esteem needs, sir.
Definitely.
Yeah, self-actualization needs.
That is again types of needs we are talking right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when we talk about in the business context, any example we can quote? I think. What is need and wants in business?
so the person, if a person is going in an organization to work, say he wants a job for his for his future or life, so that becomes their need. Or for going to a higher position or achieving the all the business objectives is, and the demand is, so the efficiency and effect of his working. So
Okay, fine. Now,
So for acquiring a job, I mean, he wants a job is his needs.
definitely, just to fulfill
And
his status and professional level. Definitely, yes, good. Yes, please continue.
yes, to get a job is his need, and wants are to get promotions.
Yes, definitely, and that may be possible
And
only because yes.
yeah, and the demand here is promotion is want, and demand is the hike in the salary.
No, actually, we cannot consider demand as a hike in salary right now. Okay, it's altogether different phenomena to talk right now. See, always very simple example. Always remember, needs are always limited, and wants are unlimited. Okay, needs maybe just to fulfill your basic, you could say food, shelter, water, but wants may be endless actually. You want everything, but important thing is that you always must have willingness first of all, along with purchasing power capacity in order to purchase that particular product. Okay, your need basically, like, for example, is just to, you could say, fulfill if you want a mobile phone, the mobile phone may costing from 2,000 rupees to 2 lakh rupees as well. The need is mobile phone, but is that particular need is basically fulfilling the status of a particular person? If you want, because if you want to fulfill, if you actually wanted to fulfill your wants, fulfillment on wants, it totally depends on the purchasing power. And without purchasing power, you cannot fulfill your wants actually in your life. So demand is associated with wants directly, and demands are basically based on two things, that is about the willingness and purchasing power capacity. I hope so it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Second one is offering and brands. What does it mean? Offering means the utility, the benefits, and the services which the company is providing by actually rendering their, you could say, goods and services to the customer. And brands are basically nothing but a psychological mapping in the mind of the customer so that he or she may decide a particular product. You can see the bottles on my screen right now. Whenever like we want, you could say, a mineral water, even though if we are purchasing any other brand, we always ask for Bisleri. There's an offering which the Bisleri is providing, the trust which the Bisleri has actually created when it's come to their offering. Okay, Bisleri definitely it's a brand. If you talk about Dettol, whenever even we purchasing Savlon or even we purchasing any other antiseptic, we always talk, we want only Dettol, because Dettol is such a brand actually which is created throughout the world, even though if you are purchasing any other antiseptics. Band-Aid, okay. We talk about Maggi. You always talk about Nestle Maggi, not about, you could say, Top Remens or whatsoever any other brands which are available. So offering and brands are basically the benefits, utility which is being provided by the company to their customer, and how the particular customer is basically trusting that brand even by recognizing that brand as a whole. Whole means all the product. If I want Maggi, I want only Nestle Maggi. If I'm talking about Dettol, even though if you're purchasing any other antiseptic, you will only purchase that particular Dettol only. This is basically the importance of offering and brands. I hope so I'm clear with this. Any other example if you can quote? Yes, students. Any other example? Offering and brands. Bisleri, I told you. Like KFC, if you remember, the you could say the marketing logo of that KFC is that particular gentleman who has started that KFC. Okay, so you can say even though if you are seeing that particular bag or even that image in the market, you can easily recognize that particular brand. That is about the offering and brands you can actually recognize very, very easily. We talk about Mumbai Vada Pav, how the image is created in the mind in your mind when it comes to Mumbai Vada Pav. We talk about Karachi Bakery, how the Karachi Bakery images is created throughout the world when it's come to their offering regarding bakery products. I hope so I'm clear with this. So how many examples we have? Anji students, is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Because I want input from your side as well, okay, for each and every topic. Okay, next one is target market, positioning, and segmentation. Any difference? Anyone who can give the example about these 3 points? What does it mean about target market, first of all? Target market, basically, if I can say that the potential customer base of a particular company, and that potential customer base may be considered as target market. For example, we talk about, you could say, Philips. Okay, how the Philips is basically come up with their innovative brands for men's grooming, for female grooming. Their target market basically is the adult. Okay, that is an age of 15 plus till 30, 35 or even 40s. Okay, and the major product which the Philips is launching when it's come to grooming section, okay, it is basically designed just to fulfill or cater the need or the requirement of that particular customer base. Okay, we talk about KFC, how the target market of KFC is there. So these companies must have to think about how they can actually approach a particular customer base, and these customer base may be the part of your target market. Clear, I think?
So target market of example can be Reliance Jio.
Definitely yes, because how they diffuse the market, how they penetrate the market.
Yes.
Okay, so that may be the part of your target market as well. Very good. Because see, target market basically is all about whenever the company is launching any product, they always need to keep in mind what are their customer base, to whom they need to penetrate. Okay, that is basically target market is all about. Like Philips, we can say, we talk about you Johnson and Johnson, how they're covering the markets. Like example, you talk about Reliance, they are basically touching that middle class and lower middle class people when it's come to cost effective services.
And mostly the rural areas.
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. Very good. We talk about Apple. Recently, we talk about Tesla in India about to launch their product. The target market would be HNIs, definitely. High net worth individuals. Okay. So this is basically talking about target markets. What is positioning now? What is positioning? Because we'll discuss this topic in detail later on, but right now we are discussing in short right now what is positioning, what is target market.
So positioning is related to the how the product is positioned in the eyes of customer.
Yes. Any example of positioning? Positioning is what? Brand value, I think.
Yes, yes.
Image in the mind of the customer about a product.
Yes,
Logo.
so like Maggie and this all, Dettol and say Colgate.
Okay. Yes, Colgate definitely very good example. Tata.
Yes, sir, the car making companies.
Definitely. Like you have very different. Like anytime whenever we come to that image or that particular company name on the television or even when we're passing from the roads, we have certain position in our mind, like Starbucks.
Yes.
Starbucks has created that position in the mind of the customer as a premium coffee, you could say, a cafe in India. Okay. What else? Positioning. In a simple language, if we talk about positioning, it is nothing but the image of a particular company or a product in the mind of the customer. And according to that image only, the company's product may be marketed and maybe you could say publicized among the customers as well. Clear, I think? Hanji.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now
Yes, sir.
segmentation. What is
Yes,
segmentation?
So categorizing the product base, how the product will be related to different categories
Okay.
or for different age group or for different economic status.
Yes,
Like that.
definitely. Very good. So like any example of segmentation?
So like our market, there are different targets for high level, middle level cars are there. For small income people also car like Nano was launched. small segment people for because they were not afford higher purchase.
Okay. So basically, when we discuss about this segmentation, as Poonam was suggesting about, segmentation is nothing but dividing the particular, you could say, a market on the basis of certain characteristics. For example, if I'm dividing the market or customer base on the basis of income level, so middle income, lower income, upper middle, lower middle, whatsoever. So this is basically a type of segmentation. Means whenever we are dividing a particular market or a particular, you could say, segment on the basis of certain characteristics. So that will be the part of your segmentation. Clear, I think? When we come to age, gender, sexual preferences, we talk about.
Sir, it's based. Sir, it's based on budget, no?
How come? I think, Mr. Prakash, budget is
Sir,
little.
I mean, it's a depend upon the income of buyers.
Income of, yeah, definitely, because income of buyer is one of the characteristics, and whenever you are dividing the customer base on the basis of certain characteristics like income level, age, gender, you could say sexual preferences, we talk about regionalities. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is called segmentation.
Okay, sir.
Perfect. Like recently, you can see that very basic example, how the Maruti has actually created the segmentation by launching. Okay, so Maruti basic segment vehicle are sold out through Maruti. Okay, and the premium segment, you could compare premium, you can say that is for upper middle class. Okay, that would be for, you could say, a different segment of people. So Maruti is also actually creating their segmentation by actually diversifying, or you could say creating more different product line in order to cater the need of different people or different customers based in India. Clear, I think.
Hello.
Yes. I hope so it is clear.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Last one is value and satisfaction. What is value and satisfaction?
Product value and the satisfaction of that means product value is satisfied to the customer. I think so.
What is value, first of all, if you can define in marketing terms?
The comparison of the product is satisfy. This product is actually on that cost, and the customer is satisfied on that cost of the product. I think so. In between of the market price.
Yes. Any other example, please, about value and satisfaction? Let me explain you. I think so, because there are basic two terms which you always use in marketing, that is called value and value equation. Okay. Because when we talk about value and value equation, value is nothing but basically the price which the customer is paying for a particular product. Yes. And after paying those particular prices, is the customer is getting the expected benefits from that particular product or not? Okay. If the customer's expected benefit equal to actual benefit, it is called value equation. Okay. And if these benefits are equal, like for example, if I'm visiting to Kerala and my friends has actually suggested me Kerala is a very beautiful place, you will actually find this food and this culture and everything. This is my expectation, because once that my friend has actually suggested me to visit Kerala, and once I visited over there, my experience is matching with the expectation or not. If so, I would be highly satisfied, because my value equation is expected benefit equal to actual benefits. Okay.
You see the previous market, the Maruti 800 is the car, but these are as per the value and as per the satisfaction of the customer is the highly valuable satisfaction of the customer.
Definitely.
I think so.
Yes, absolutely correct.
This is the example, sir.
Yeah, definitely. Because see, try to understand in a technical term as well. Because when we discuss about the value and value equation, these are associated with the expected benefit equal to actual benefits. And if the expected benefit matches with the actual, it means that customer is highly satisfied. If not, customer moderately satisfied or very not at all satisfied. So satisfaction level is always actually assessed, or always you could say managed, or always calculated with the help of this particular parameters. I hope that is clear, students. What is value equation, and what is satisfaction?
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay,
Shall
sir.
we move? Because see, student, try to understand this subject is very simple. But when we come to technical understanding, this subject is, you could say, more about discussion, nothing else. Okay. So let's move to the one more topic, then we'll go for a short break. Okay. Next one now, core marketing concept. That is called marketing channels. Now, what type of marketing channels we have, I think, first of all? What are marketing channels?
Digital, sir.
Yes. very good.
Local means salesmen, through salesmen, and outlooks.
Very good. Very good.
Company
Marketing
outlooks is also there.
Yeah, definitely. Marketing
Online
channels.
online purchasing.
Yes, very good. Online purchasing.
Yes,
OTC
sir.
purchasing. OTC means over the counter purchasing.
Physical distribution, wholesaler, retailers, and
Yes, definitely. What else? Social media, I think we can say. Email marketing, websites, content marketing, we can say. Mouth publicity. These all are the marketing channels. Marketing channel, I think basically when we talk about how the particular company's product may be diffused, or maybe you could say informed, and the benefit of the same, maybe you could say communicated to the potential customers. So the marketing channels are nothing but basically the way the product is you could say information may be reached to the customer with different modes. Clear? Hanji, is this clear, everyone?
Okay, sir.
Perfect. Second part is called about your marketing environment. I think it's very simple. Marketing environment, basically the surroundings, the number of competitors, the, you could say, government policies, the permanent stability, legal environment, social environment, demographic environment, means all these micro and macroeconomic factors which might affect the company's strategy or company's, you could say, product offering. That is called marketing environment.
Also include the customer requirement.
Definitely, yes. Because, for example, the beef is not allowed in India. So KFC cannot offer beef-based product in India when it's come to their product offering. That is the assessment of marketing environment as per Indian context. Clear, I think? The very basic example, very simple example.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Then the next part is about your supply chain. Very simple, I think so. It is about distributor, wholesaler, CNF agents, merchant brokers, whatsoever. There are so many, you could say, mediator or the channel. It's called supply chain management, basically. How the particular product is basically getting ready into the company, and how this product is being, you could say, transported or being, you could say, reached to the ultimate customer with the ease. Basically, it's called the supply chain management. And supply chain decision is basically all about the company, that how many mediator which they wanted to include depend on the size of the company. Along with that, depends on how marketing channels can be provided in the organization.
Even celebrities take part in marketing, right?
Yes, definitely.
From manufacturing to the customer and all those, including the supply chain, I think so.
Definitely, sir. Absolutely correct. Because as you can see that so many companies are basically selling their product in multi-brand store, even single retail store, or even we can say that they are selling through websites as well. So depend on the particular, you could say, organization and its motive and its purpose and its strategies, how they wanted to actually create their supply chain in order to reach their particular product on time to the customer. Because the main, you could say, challenge in front of the companies are that shorter the supply chain or shorter the, you could say, the number of mediator, definitely better would be the reach to the company. But again, one more thing, shorter does not mean that, because it depends on size of the company as well. If the company size is very huge, company's product is, you could say, demanded and you could say required throughout India, if you talk about, accordingly, company need to plan about their supply chain management. Okay, so there are so many dynamics which we can cover under supply chain management as well. Clear, I think?
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Last one comes, that is competition. Very simple. Type of competition we're talking right now. Oligopoly, monopoly, monopolistic, depends on type of competitor and number of competitors. According to that, the company's strategy might vary as well. Okay, so it depends on type of competition in a locality. The company may change, company may alter, company may, you could say, plan their strategy in order to survive, in order to sustain in the market for long time.
As per the requirement, company change the policies as the competition also.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. Very good. Clear, I think, everyone? Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
Perfect. So I think now we are going for a short break of 10 minutes and we'll get back to you 6:05 sharp now. Fine?
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Guys, anybody can explain me, so if I have doubt, if I have any doubt now, so how I can text the message in this session? Anybody is there?
Yes.
Yes.
Sir, if I have any doubt now, so I need to text in this session now, so could you please explain me, so how I can?
You just need to raise hands.
Oh, here now, so I'm
The
unable to see
option
now,
is,
so this.
yeah, the option is given in more. See, the three dots are given more. There are
Yeah,
four options are
exactly.
given: disconnected audio, raise
Disable,
hands.
Here, I think here now, so disable video receiving and about. There are two options.
Raise
So only
hand
two
is also
options.
given.
Yeah. Here, there is no option here. So
No
this
option
is
is
what I'm
showing.
asking. No.
Actually,
Can I?
when you come to
Can I?
screen now, there are three options like participants, share screen and raise hand.
Yes.
Exactly. Exactly.
In that
So
raise hand, you
participant.
have to
So can I share my screen now? Anyone can explain, please?
actually share screen is I think for sir only.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Do we get any kind of a presentation as a document?
Interpersonal skills.
Yes, student, shall we start now? I think.
Yes, sir.
So we are done with the co-marketing concepts. The next part now, the new market realities, the challenges, or you could say the major dynamics which the organization always need to face when we come to certain changes or challenges which the company faces. Very simple example, like very basic example, if I talk about how the technological advancements happen in the cyber security in India. It's a very, very basic example we talk about. How the banking sector, which were actually totally based on the manual processing of the check, manual processing of the customer record, their passbooks and everything, drastically transform into technological upgradation. Okay. One more example, how the Parle-G, the very, 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 very basic and favorable company of each and every individual, has to actually rebuild their strategy on global brands. One more example, how the Maruti, Tata, Mahindra, recently very, very few companies you can see in the Indian market, those who are very, very popular and having very good market share when it's come to market, you could say automobile sector. But once the government is allowed for, you could say, when it's come to their Hyundai, Kia, Honda, the scenario of market is drastically changed. So the point, what the point I'm talking right now, the two major highlights, major societal forces and new company capabilities. The important thing is that in order to sustain in the market, it is very, very important that the company always need to pace up with the changes and the challenges of the market. If it is so, you would be able to survive. If not, definitely you will be kicked out immediately from the market. That is a very, very basic information, very, very basic concept about the real time, you could say, marketing strategy which the company must need to opt. But the major parameter, if you can see on my screen as well, globalization. You can see that how the Indian apparel brands, okay, has drastically, or you can say Indian fashion industry has drastically changed from the traditional to the Western because of globalization. How our eating habits changes from that paratha to that noodles, to that cornflakes, to that muesli, and any other aspect as well. What about these challenges? It is all about the westernization. It's all about the need of the hour. It's all about the reality of the market and which you need to cope up with. If so, you will be able to survive. Nokia, what happened with Nokia? BlackBerry, you say the realities right now in the market. Parle-G, how the Parle-G transform the company and providing the wide range of product nowadays when it's come to their product offering. Yes, students, I hope so it is clear. Any example from your side now? Yes, anyone? I think understood this point, this topic. I think students, I think am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. What is globalization? What is information technology? That is IT, consumer information, means to know about the insights of the customer requirements, increase competition, the level of competition we have, and how we can survive in the market. It's all about the USP of the company. Okay, and how the company need to transform with the new company capabilities. In order to survive and sustain in the market, you always need to focus on these major parameters in order to sustain. Then it comes to collecting the information. What is collecting information? It is all about the research and development of the company. How the company is basically doing research on their customer base, and accordingly they may launch the product in the market. Communicate with the customer. Definitely you always need to keep in touch with the customer. Whenever they have any issues, they can complain with the company.
না এমন কিছু ইনফরমেশন নেই ভাই, কেসেস বাড়ছে বাস ভাই। মহারাষ্ট্রে মনে হয় কোথাও কোথাও লকডাউন করে।
Sushmita, please kindly mute yourself. Yeah.
Sir, sorry sir.
Yeah, it's okay. When it's come to differentiation of the goods, differentiating is basically all about how the Samsung and iPhone has actually completely differentiated product when it's come to their software, when it's come to operating system, better to say, I think so, when it's come to their range of product which they are offering to the customer base. I hope so. This is clear. What is new marketing realities? Any example from your side I need now? By keeping in mind all these important parameters. Hanji.
So I think a lot of market has and the products have changed. Looking at the current scenario, if you look at Tata, they have had a very traditional motors and designs, but now Tata has come up with very new designs, which is globally accepted, and it's actually giving competition with the new models like Kia or Hyundai or any other brands which are of international.
Yes, very good. I think recently if you can see the Harrier which is being launched by Tata.
Yes, that's a one segment of the market. On the other side of it, when I see traditional market like a Royal Enfield Bullet, they are core designing the aspects from the traditional part of manufacturing Bullet and giving the design and the element, the angle, which are to relate with the era which has been like early 90s, and they really want to associate and put the product across as this Bullet Royal Enfield. It is something which is a traditional bike, and they want to keep it traditionally there. I think so. The market segmentation, they have done it very correctly when it looks at Royal Enfield as a brand and Tata as emerging new vehicles with new designs. I think they have come up with a new audience, and they want to capture that segment.
Absolutely correct. Yes, very good. Thank you so much, Diljit. Any other example, please, from the class? No, I think so. Perfect. Shall we move, I think, students, if it is clear?
Yes sir.
Yeah, sure. But I'm requesting everyone, please, for this particular subject, I want everyone to please cooperate. Please discuss, because more and more we'll discuss. The class would be very interesting, and we will actually enjoy these classes. Actually, we will discuss the various basic examples, because definitely being a faculty as well, I might be restricted to very few examples. Okay, definitely, because I'm not even thinking in the advance about the examples about various topics which I'm going to teach you. But still, I need your cooperation so that it should be a two-way delivery system. It should be a communication, actually. It should be an interaction. It is very important for this subject particularly. Okay, let's move to the next topic now, please. Who is responsible for marketing? Very simple part. The first and foremost thing about the chief marketing officer, the think tank of the company, the strategy maker of the company, who has to deal, who has to lead from the front, who has the sufficient amount of skills that how the particular markets may be targeted, because he is the whole sole responsible authority in the organization, those who are actually managing the department, managing the resources, and how they can actually tackle that, you could say a widespread and very homogeneous, you could say, set of people. You can see that list actually, the homogeneous set of people in the company, and how the marketing department can be lead, or can be, you could say, managed, can be operated by the CMO of the company. And ultimately, one more thing, each and every individual of the company, when it's come to employee, when it's come to, you could say, any you could subordinates, we talk about any customer of the company, entire organization is somehow responsible for the betterment, for influence over the customer base. So ultimately, when we talk about who is responsible for marketing, it's all about the concerned authority, that is CMO, who will lead marketing department. Ultimately, the responsibility of CMO, that how the entire organization is supporting the authorities in order to maintain the marketing activities or marketing strategies of the organization. How it could be achieved? Definitely, it could be by participative, you could say, nature or participative hierarchy in the company, where each and every individual may have an option, not option is not the right word, may have the, you could say, freedom, I think, to actually come up and you could say discuss all the, you could say, concept which someone has in their mind and which might change the company's destiny as well in the future. That is called the responsibility of the marketing when it's come to organization to a particular individual. I hope it is very simple and clear as well.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you so much. Let's move to the next part. Marketing concepts. Very, very important topic now. Now, you can see that the 5 major heads in the middle of my screen, which are associated with production concept, product concept, selling concept, marketing concept, and holistic concept. Okay. When we discuss about this, you could say first part, it's called the production concept. Production concept is basically associated with general utility products or general utility services which must be accessed or which should be accessed by each and every individual of this particular country. Okay, so when we discuss about the production concept, it is more associated with a general utility product in the market. Any example, please? Yeah, which related to 2 things. First of all, mass production and mass distribution. Use of sugar, onion, various spices, if we talk about. This is called production concept. Because these are the, you could say, product, or these are services which the company must need to offer so that the customer may actually, you could say, manage his or her life smoothly without any hurdles. We talk about services of, you could say, transportation in Mumbai or Delhi, bullet, you could say, metro trains. Production concept, because these services are being rendered by the companies or organization in order to give a ease of living to the customers. We talk about UPI services, the payment mechanisms, how these services are basically being provided. But moreover, in this particular production concept, we always talk about the physical attributes of the products, which basically comes about the general utility product, which is being used by each and every individual on daily basis. Clear, I think? Any other example? Petroleum products, mass production.
Paper products, sir.
Definitely paper production, newspaper, if we can say, I think.
Newspaper and also box board production, sir.
Very good. I think very simple. What is production concept? Yes, yes, please continue. Anji, Mr. Anuj, I think you were saying something else.
Because of the lot of criteria in the box production, the total consumable item, na, sir, box.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Because this industry on that time of the pandemic time also run, because my industry is also run, duplex, box board industry, whiteboard box board.
Okay, okay, good.
And this is the main consumer market concern.
Basically, like when we talk about the production concept, in production concept, there is no need to market your product because this product will be demanded by the customer, even the company is not going for marketing. I think you never seen the marketing of sugar. You never seen the marketing of potato, onions, oil. Okay, see, marketing, definitely it would be there. But the basic utility products, which will be available throughout India or throughout the world, which you may access.
So the Patanjali projects.
Yes.
Patanjali products.
Very good.
So domestic cooking gas.
Yes, LPG gases, petroleum product, definitely it would come under mass production and mass distribution. Milk products, or you could say the usually on the daily basis we go for that milk pouches.
So dairy
Again,
products. Dairy products.
very good, very good. Okay, move to second part, please. Product concept. Now, what is product concept? Product, which is based on quality and innovation. Like we know that. Yes, Mr. Anuj, I think you are saying something, please.
Basically, the quality is the main criteria. If the quality is good, then the market is also higher on that case.
Very good. Because when we discuss about this product concept, the important thing is that the benefits of a particular product to the customer. Now, benefits in terms of core benefit, augmented benefit, or you could say the variety of, you could say, expectation which the customer do have from the product. For example, if I'm purchasing a particular iPhone 12 right now, definitely the iPhone 12 which I am purchasing is more, or you could say very, very good and very premium product right now in the market, latest product in the market right now. When it comes to innovation as well, when we come to face eye recognition, when we come to wider camera range, when we come to triple, you could say you could say camera angles we have. Okay, innovation I'm talking right now. But when we come to quality, quality is basically all about the expectation and the reality. Like I am expecting, once I purchase this product of iPhone 12, I have expected a lot from this phone about my, you could say, shooting experience, my experience when it's come to accessing the application, security aspect as well. So product concept basically all about, it is associated with the expectation of the quality from the customer side and the innovation and the newness or something unique, how the company can provide to their customer. That is always called about your product concept. One more important thing, I'll just a very basic example I'll give you. The milk dairy product we talked about. Now, recently, if you can see that there are so many innovations are there in the dairy product as well. The types of milk which we find in the market, the type of curd if we find in the market, the type of butter if we find in the market, type of refined oil if we find in the market, production and product. You can see the vast difference in that. The oil, basic oil I'm talking right now. Okay, which maybe you could say the oil which is related to soya bean, groundnut oil. But now you can see that the canola and these olives, this is product concept because of the quality and the innovation. I hope so it is clear. Anji, is it clear, everyone? Any other example of product concept comparison to production? Anji, if it is not, then we'll move to the next one, that is selling concept. Next one, shall we start? I think the next one is selling concept now. Selling concept basically unsought goods, overcapacity, hard sell to increase demand. If you can see that before this pandemic, even if a particular person want to sell an insurance, and even though right now as well, even though if you want to sell an insurance, or if you want to open a bank account into a Yes Bank or even any other bank, if you're talking right now, the minimum balance you need to maintain. These are basically called the unsought goods. Unsought goods are basically all those goods which are hard to sell to the customer, and the demand of that particular product is very, very rare. Demand can be generated after convincing the customer of the benefit of that particular product. That is called unsought goods, which is called the selling product, which a particular company's salesman has to approach to the customer in order to purchase that product. When it comes to credit card, when it's come to insurance policies, when it comes to medical policies, what else? Unsought goods. Anji, anyone? Any other example of unsought goods, please? Anji.
Sir, after retirement schemes?
Definitely, because need of that particular good is not immediate. Okay, that need maybe you could say after once you reach a particular age, at that time the need maybe arises. Okay,
Okay, sir.
talk about you could say reference books. You could say one of the example of unsought goods. What else? I think this is sufficient examples which we are putting right now. Hanji, is it clear, everyone? What is selling concept? These are the goods which is not required for the customer right now, but it may be required at the later stage of particular person. That is called the unsought goods. Yes, students, clear? I think everyone.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Sir, Atal Pension
Yes.
Yojana comes under this category, sir?
Atal pension.
Yes, sir. Sir, means, sir, it is for the people after 60, sir. That's why I am asking.
See, yes, definitely Atal pension will come under selling only, because people will purchase or not, because even though the people do not have the idea about that Atal pension right now.
Yes,
And
sir.
people will be worried about pension nowadays. If you can, right now, they are thinking that whatever life is going on right now, it's basically so they are not concerned about, because even though like if you generally talk to someone, you want to get your you would say insurance or whatsoever, they say that our life is only 60 or 70s. Okay, even 60s, even they are not counting right now.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
some product which is basically not required, but the utility of that product will be generated after you could say a period of time or after a few years of time. That is called your unsought goods, and that product is very very hard to sell for the customer or the company.
Okay, sir.
Clear, I think everyone.
Okay, sir.
Sure. Next one is now is marketing concept. Marketing concept is all about, it is basically if a particular demand generated, you need to deliver the value, sense and response model. For example, recent example, I think we were quoting about sanitizers and this hygiene, you could say products, when it's come to spray, when it's come to wipes. Okay, how the senses has been created immediately by majority of the companies, and how their shares has been increased or how their profitability has increased during that pandemic. The marketing concept, in order to understand the customer desire, you need to fulfill that desire immediately in order to create that value to the customer. Like I think I've given an example of Bisleri in the last class, 20 rupees Bisleri and 10 rupees Bisleri, even 5 rupees Bisleri nowadays. Okay, how that particular utility and requirement of the customer has been arise, and how that requirement actually is providing the benefit to the companies. Marketing concept. Tata Nano, sense and response model by Ratan Tata. Requirement of middle class people to afford a car, sense and response model.
Sir, and Geo Network. Geo Network.
Yes, definitely, because Geo is basically have transformed the level of, we could say, understanding or level of awareness about the technology and the mobile phones. Okay, even like if I'm talk about my father as well, he's very very fond of this Facebook, Instagram, and he's very very curious to know about how the things will operate. So in order to, you could say, assess all such conditions, it is basically sense and response model. You need to hit the emotional aspect of the particular individual, and accordingly the customer may purchase that particular product in order to, you could say, satisfy the need of himself or any other family members or the friends. Any other example please of this marketing sense and respond model? Any recent example? Anji, anyone? No? Yes, students, I need response now. Sense and response model. Anyone? No? Okay, perfect. Next one now, that is called holistic concept. Now, holistic concept is basically all about a particular concept of marketing, which is associated with all these four major contribution. It includes production, product, selling, and marketing concept. So holistic concept is nothing but basically the integrated effort of the company in order to sell their product into the market. So holistic concept is associated with production, product, selling, and marketing, depends on the requirement of the company, depends on the strategy of the company. According to that, the product may be launched by the organization. That is called the holistic concept. Haji, is it clear, everyone?
Okay, sir.
Perfect. Any example if you can quote right now in this holistic concept? Because if in a nutshell, if I talk about the holistic concept basically associated with a particular targeted goals in order to fulfill the requirement of the company.
Sir, like Tata Nano car,
Very good.
when Tata launched that, there was a aim to manufacture a car within 1 lakh, so that average people can accommodate that.
Yes, very good, very good. Like even the example of Coca-Cola, use the various example of Coca-Cola. Their basic purpose to promote their product is just to spreading the happiness. Okay, even you talk about PNG, the basic purpose of them just to even when we are purchasing a product of PNG, they are contributing a particular share to education or school development or school building, I think so. Okay, that is called holistic concept. Means
Sir, what is this PNG?
Procter and Gamble, PNG company.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Achha,
yes.
okay, sir.
Yes. So that is again one of the important concept of, you could say, holistic concept. Holistic concept is nothing but basically when a company is having some long-term perspective to satisfy the need of the company, that is called always the holistic concept.
Or is it going to be something also like the global challenge right now is to go away with the plastic. So Coca-Cola is coming up with a substitute of plastic bottle, like PET bottles. And would that be considered as a holistic one? Because one, you're adding back to the environment, and you're not disturbing the environment.
No, Mr. Dalji, definitely we can consider those examples which you quoted right now, but definitely because certain strategical changes may be the part of holistic, because maybe you could set a plan of holistic market or part of the holistic marketing. But when a particular company's major motive or major goal is just to satisfy a particular need or want or a particular segment, if you can say, the example of Coke we talked about, example of Tata Nano we talked about, example of PNG for education we talked about. Okay, one more company is there, basically Toms, which is a European-based company. How they are actually donating the pair of shoe whenever a particular customer is purchasing one pair of shoe from them. So one-on-one model that Tom's company is basically providing. So it is nothing but just fulfilling the aspiration or dream of a particular company in the reality. That is called holistic concept.
All right.
Understood, I think so. Yeah, sure. So I think, student, that is enough for the day. Okay. And now tomorrow we don't have a session. We have only doubt clearing session tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So if you have any query from this till this topic in marketing, you can join. If not, then we'll see you on Monday now.
Sir, can you just suggest us some books on organizational behavior and strategic management?
Obi, I think
and authors.
Ashwathapa.
Yes, sir.
Ashwathapa, Obi. Organizational behavior.
Sir, can you please write?
I think I do not have the option to chat with any student right now. So you can note down Ashwathapa, ASHWATHAPPA. Ashwathapa, if you search on internet as well, you will find that book.
Okay, sir.
For financial management, you can go for M. Khan. It's a very good book. For marketing, definitely Kotler is the best book. Philip Kotler.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So for financial management,
You can go for M. by Khan. I think it's really good book. M. by Khan.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please.
Can you repeat that book name again?
For OB,
Yes.
OB Ashwathapa.
Sorry.
Ashwathapa.
Can you spell it?
ASHWA. Ashwathapa. ASHWA.
Okay.
THAP. Might be spelling might be wrong actually, but Ashwath.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, I have one request. Sir, can you send these names in our mail, sir?
Yeah, sure. Definitely. Even like if I have the ebooks available with me for Kotler, and I'll definitely send all these 3 books with you. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank
Okay.
you, sir.
I have my number as well and my ID as well with you.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Achha.
Have my
Okay, sir.
IDs and numbers with you or not? You can just note down my number. I think that's far better. You can contact me if you need any discussion, any help. This is my contact number, and this is my Insta ID. I think you can also contact on this ID as well. Okay. So if you have any query from previous,
So can you please
pardon?
Already in mail ID is there, sir. Na? Your mail ID is there.
Yeah, mail is already there. My contact number, WhatsApp number.
And also number is there, sir. I know.
Okay. So you can contact me with this through WhatsApp or Insta. I will be happy to help you. Okay. Anji, clear?
Yes, sir.
So I think it's enough for the day and checking out.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. So I'm signing it out for the day, and we'll catch you for next topic on Monday. But for discussion or doubts, we can actually discuss in tomorrow's class. I think there are some query to NVK's iPhone. Yes, you have raised your hand. Please tell me. NVKA iPhone, I think. No query? Perfect. Ms. Poonam, any query, please?
No, sir. No, sir.
Thank you so much, everyone. Please take care. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.